Art was going to be right now when India Everett joins us. And of course, there's Frank. He's still always there, my co-host, co-partner, and everything. India, thank you so much for joining us. She's a former Fox News reporter. Okay, she's an actress now, big-time actress, and featured now in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's newest blockbuster hit. How did this happen? How do you go from small-town reporter to big-screen superstar?
Oh my gosh, well, it's an accident, honestly. I just ended up in LA by accident. I wanted to see if I could keep up with journalism, and all of a sudden I was in a movie. It just happened like that.
Well, for our viewers at home, give us a little more detail into that, because we cover a lot of the Weinstein case and casting and how things are changing in Hollywood. How do you go out there trying to be a journalist and wind up, like, give us a few pieces in that chain? You have
Absolutely.
an agent? Your agent
I do
says
have an
there's
agent.
a casting?
I have a couple agents, and they adore me. They're amazing people. But so I guess the thing that happened is, you know, I was on the news for years. I have a journalism degree. I was really excited about being a reporter. You know, and shows get canceled. Show gets canceled. I bounce around. I end up in LA, and I didn't even tell anyone I was going to LA. Packed my car in the middle of the night and drove to LA by myself. And all of a sudden, you know, I take some meetings with agents. I talk about talk shows. I talk about journalism. I get an audition for an indie film to play the cheating wife. And I show up a week early by accident for the audition, which made them decide that I was charming. And all of a sudden, I was in movies, and I never did another talk show.
It pays to be early.
Yeah.
That would never happen with anyone that works on our show.
And by the way, we may have a similar thing here, because last week on Friday we had in the rundown that we get India Everett. So I thought you were coming last week, so you're actually, to me, a week late.
Well, yeah, that was my
Maybe that'll be a
error.
different outcome.
I
Maybe-
mislabeled you. But India, let me ask you about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
Everyone's talking about it. It's been nominated for all sorts of awards. Did very well at the box office. That's, of course, you in your modeling role there.
Yes, that's Maxim.
Now
That was a
stop
big
it.
one.
Our viewers hate
Yeah,
that.
I can imagine.
I really hate that.
Yeah. So let's talk about the box office smash that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was, and compare it with some films that have fallen short of expectations, like
Right.
Cats, which had the unprecedented issue of actually being re-edited after it was already released. Can you tell when you're reviewing a script or when you're auditioning, this picture is definitely going to be a hit and this picture is definitely going to be a bomb? Or does it take even you, a professional, by surprise?
You can definitely be surprised. You have some hints, definitely. You have the cast. Okay, so you've got a star-studded cast. It might be good. You've got the director.
Who were the star-studded members of the cast in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Oh, you've
that drew you to the film?
Well, you've got Brad Pitt. You've got Leonardo DiCaprio. You've got Margot Robbie. I mean, you've got everybody. Everybody's in that movie. That's
Decent.
a great movie. It's a
Decent.
knockout. Yeah,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they're okay.
I'm sure.
They're medium.
Yeah, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio is not. It's not a bad duo for stars.
No, not at
I'll sign
all.
up.
I can't wait to see the film. I'm very interested in that era in Hollywood history, and I'm annoyed with myself that I haven't seen it yet. It's trying to find the time to get a couple of free hours. That's a struggle. There's been a lot, as John alluded to Harvey Weinstein earlier. Over the last year and a half or so, there's been this whole lens cast on women in Hollywood and the role that they're playing. A lot of people are saying that even though a lot of these creeps are out of positions of leadership in a lot of these movie studios, women aren't necessarily being rewarded with the leadership roles, both behind the scenes and in other roles that they might deserve. From where you stand as a successful woman in Hollywood, do you think that 2019 was a good year for women in Hollywood? What would you like to see more of in 2020?
Okay, so 2019 has been getting better. We didn't see full justice with the whole Weinstein thing, which is obviously really frustrating and really disappointing. But you are seeing a lot of films with like a really woman-driven cast. Look at Hustlers. Look at Little Women. Like, you've got Greta Gerwig directing. You've got all of these things that you maybe didn't even see last year. Next year, I'm hoping for not only more of that, but I'm hoping for, you know, these women who are excited to stand up for themselves, to stand up for each other, to really, you know, put their best foot forward and take this, you know, as a profession. This is a, you know, this is a profession. This is a career. This is somewhere to show who you are and, like, be good at it.
We try to. Oh,
Go ahead. No,
we try to.
age before beauty.
We try to. He's such a charmer, isn't he?
Oh, so charming.
Such a charmer. We try to always educate our audience, make them aware of new things, like keep them happy.
Absolutely.
They're our customers. there's this thing that we keep talking about. You know, I mentioned earlier, and they try to get members of the opposite sex to fall in love with them for all kinds of wrong
for
reasons.
everything, yeah.
What drives someone in your mind to think they should be to allow themselves to be catfished?
Well, I think there's, unfortunately, I mean, not only a lot of desperate guys, there's a lot of desperate people out there. Everyone wants to find someone to be with and someone to talk to and someone to, you know, care about or be intimate with or whatever that takes. And so, of course, you know, especially with social media and everything else, people create this perfect picture in their mind of someone that they'd love to be with. And when it's so easy to meet online, you don't necessarily have to meet anyone in person. You don't have to bump into anyone at the coffee shop. You know, a lot of people do meet on the internet, but you have to be diligent. And so the catfishing thing is twofold. That's when you know, someone, I mean, I couldn't tell you, there's probably people out there using my pictures trying to tell guys that they're me in Indiana, right?
Is there anything that from the younger perspective that that are like maybe telltale signs, like, you know, if this is happening, you're probably getting catfish?
Absolutely. A, it seems too good to be true. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. B, if they won't talk on the phone or video chat with you, definitely not a real person. And, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask questions. It doesn't hurt to say, you know, hey, we met on a dating site. Can you add me on Instagram? Can you add me on Facebook? Can you show me that you're a real person? Even if there's several accounts, until you're getting that face-to-face interaction, and it doesn't have to be in person. It could be, you know, it could be video chat. It could be something like that. But, like, you don't know who you're talking to.
It happens to older people, too.
It
you know,
does.
Because they're homebound. They're bored. They don't have a lot of loved ones around.
Oh, yeah.
And these scamsters try to be buddy-buddy and make them think they're their new pen pal.
It's happened to John several times.
Oh, absolutely.
India, finally, as we go to break, we're going to play a film clip of Mirror Mirror, which you're in. Tell us a little bit about Mirror Mirror. What's Mirror Mirror? How can folks see it? And what role do you play in it?
Okay, so Mirror Mirror actually just came out a few months ago. It's coming to DVD January 15th. Look for that. You can pre-order it online, I'm pretty sure. So Mirror Mirror is not only a psychological thriller, it's also got kind of a faith-based message. It has a moral-based message. It's really leading to making the right decisions, seeing yourself. It's about kind of looking at your reflection in the mirror, hence the title. I play Simone Summers. She is unfortunately the mistress, which is very... I do get typecasted as the mistress a lot.
I can't imagine
I know,
why.
it's shocking.
I wonder.
But I do play the mistress to Vincent M. Ward's pastor role.
Wow. Oh, this gets better by the minute. It's getting a little too freaky for this Friday.
You're gonna have to come back in the future. But in the meantime, before we go to break, have a look at India Everett in Mirror Mirror.
India, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Found the one.
The one what?
You know, like the one, like the perfect guy. Danny!
Cat. Right. I can explain this. Please. Dan, just hear me out.
Hear you out?
Back the fuck up.
Danny!
Especially you.